Previously on Detour. Here we have a 1-week-old hatchling baby crocodile. Now, even from the time that they hatch from the egg, if you notice here on his tummy, there's his umbilical cord that was when he was inside the egg. See how it has that seal on his mouth? It opens up so he can be able to make that noise. Watch, watch. Ow. Okay, that's taking the tip of my finger off. That one's hurting. Okay, we'll wait till he decides to open his mouth because zoom on this side, you see how he's got those really, really sharp teeth? Yeah. He's got the tip of my finger on his other side. This place doesn't just house trees and vines, you also have wildlife here.
Yeah, we have a lot.
Now, I noticed they're not put in cages. You have them literally free roaming around. They're wild.
Yeah, we call them anzu.
Anzu, okay. Yeah. And so that's why it's highly not recommended to tease the animals here because they can get you.
Tease or feed them? No. Yeah. Only the rangers can feed. The forest rangers can feed them.
And that prevents them from being...
Yeah, for the protection of the guest also.
Yeah. Because if the guests, if you have one guest start feeding it, then the animals go, hey,
they'll grab like in other places.
Oh yeah, they'll steal your purses and everything else, yeah. Now, should more, not necessarily trying to do the way this system is, but the preservation of nature like this, because this is truly one of the very rare places to be able to see like this.
You know, we really tried, the management really tried to save this forest. It's right, actually it's for the animals also, for the protection. Now it's a sanctuary now. And of course, you know, animals here are free to go around. Yeah. And the sad part there is they're invading the coconuts and all. So we have to do something about that. Yeah. So they eat a lot. Yeah. They eat maybe a few thousands of nuts a week. A week.
Yeah, and that competes with the local markets. But that's also where other areas, instead of working in cooperation with the nature, they just wipe them all out. Whereas here, the resort works in partnership with it, so you don't wipe them out.
And also, this will be part of the, you know, for the next generation to see that you still have these pigs roaming around, wild pigs, monkeys, wildlife.
Monkeys and apes have long been considered, though rather controversially, as the ancestors of humans. This notorious theory has long been debated, but to state the obvious, humans and monkeys still exist. God created them both. Monkeys are highly intelligent, and like humans, they require a sense of community and socialization. They can thrive in captivity, but this does not mean that they are better off in the company of humans. Wild pigs have a significant impact on the environment. Studies have shown that because pigs feed on plants, it can affect directly to the abundance and richness of the plant species. They can also have a significant impact on the animal community as well. In some cases, they have helped reduce the mortality and the population of sawflies, while in some cases, they can help increase of other species.
Now, in all the years you've been here, what kind of wildlife have you seen here? I mean, we've seen the pigs, we've seen the monkeys, now the flying lemur. What other kind of animals do you have here?
Before, we used to have one here. I don't see them anymore. The tabon bird. Okay. It's a fowl. It's a ground one. They don't fly. I think they don't fly.
Like a green, the greenish color.
Greenish color. Yeah. So I don't see them anymore. But lizards, you see a lot of lizards here.
The monitor lizards, bayauk or halo.
Yeah.
And then snakes. You have quite a few different kinds of snakes.
We have a lot here. We have a lot of python.
I think you were saying, in fact, they had
the green pit viper.
Okay. Oof. Yeah, the little fun ones. Yeah, the temple vipers.
And I don't want to scare you, but we also have the kings here.
The king cobras, yes. The
but they're the food of the pigs, right?
Yes.
The pigs.
Yeah, the pigs are going to eat them, which is amazing. The whole ecosystem, the way it works. Thank you very much for what you've been able to do here. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll keep coming back to support what you guys are doing here because this is my favorite place to hang out. Get away from the city, come out here and unwind, and yet literally be within a few minutes away going home again. So again, thank you very much, sir.
In the Philippines, the survival of our wildlife is reliant on several factors: value, enforcement, and self-discipline. Value is what is this animal worth? in the skin, the horns, the meat. Wildlife is often killed for these factors due to the lack of enforcement of existing laws. An animal's value needs to be more than what it is per kilo. Many species are only found here in the Philippines, and they help sustain the ecosystem that they live in. Areas that have been set aside for wildlife have seen the value of these animals through the growth of ecotourism. Catering to restaurants that sell wild-caught animals adds to the species' loss. Exotic meat is often raised on legal farms, such as crocodiles, ostriches, and even in some cases deers, and it does not cause a detrimental effect to the wildlife population because they're grown in captivity and in fact bred and raised in captivity. Buying horns, antlers, or skins as souvenirs adds to the illegal wildlife trade. By you buying it, you have paid somebody to go out and kill it. Give these animals a break so that our children can see them still alive in the wild, and we can truly say we have these animals. Not just had, but have. As we've seen, the crocodile is a fearsome predator and a nurturing parent, but it still needs our protection. By protecting the crocodile and the habitat that it lives in, it also protects the habitat for the wild pigs and the monkeys and every other animal that lives in that area. Life is a journey full of choices and consequences. Which path will you take? I'm Uncle D.